So I wanted to let everybody know what I'm hoping uh, uh, happens Tuesday. Uh, Hopefully, I get to testify about what's going on and who's doing what, and hopefully, um, and they're not gonna care. I don't care if you arrest Piper and Weinberger and all of their shills and a whole bunch of police and a whole bunch of. I don't care if you arrest 2,000 people. They're going to have another 2,000 come in here to try to screw with me and everybody else. So I don't mind remaining in the field as bait. I'll be more than happy to keep getting confessions and being used as bait. However, I can do that a lot more effectively when I'm not distracted. Uh, and I really need to be with my kids out in the other park. Um, doesn't necessarily mean I have to live out there. If I can get a hotel room so I can shower, store food, and stuff like that, that would be great. Um, so, everybody got to be nosy. Um, and I need my SSI back or some sort of income because native Vermonters have proven they don't want me here. They don't give a shit if I bathe. They don't give a shit if I eat. They don't give a shit if I live or die. They've made it very clear they prefer I die because nobody wanted to fuck me on that island. And I'm disgusting and I need to get a job. Just the most vile goddamn state in the union. That's just the way it is. It took me 2.5, 3 hours yesterday to make enough money to get something to eat, and $11 for food is not a lot of money. And it wasn't the native Vermonters who helped. That much I can tell you. Um, so I need some sort of income. Um, I don't necessarily need to be put into some hospital or intensive care unit or get surgery right away. Luckily, once we got the chemo doses dialed in, along with the vitamin supplements and the baking soda, I think that if I have a hotel where I can store food and eat salad and a mostly vegan diet and store Gatorade powder so I don't have to drink soda all the time, because I've got to have some sugar. I mean, then I could probably get a whole lot more done. I'd have a lot more free time to hang out downtown and get confessions or whatever. But as long as I'm having to spend 4 or 5 hours a day flying a sign, and then I'm in too much fucking pain to do shit. And that's why you see me dancing back and forth doing this, because my feet are hurting so fucking bad. And then that kills the circulation. Then I go into renal failure, and that's why you see me running to the bathroom all the time. And then as soon as I'm out there standing up flying, you don't see me having to run because I'm in renal failure. So then I'm in too much pain to do shit. I finally got a small little bucket in a washcloth and baking soda and stuff I could wash up with. Been too exhausted. Bending over to scrub and do all that's out of the question, because when you're in renal failure, you're in flank pain and you get Charlie horses all throughout your abdomen. Not just your, and then you're bloated. You got fluid all down your legs. You're basically bloated, whether it's noticeable or not. It definitely is in my legs. Then you get Charlie horses everywhere. So you just got to kind of sit down, sit still, and that's it. There ain't no taking a bath, especially the way I have to take a bath. It's not like I can just stand under the water and let it do the work. I got to scrub and scrub and scrub. And with the neuropathy in both hands, yeah. So I don't necessarily want to get swept away to some remote whatever. I want to be with my kids. I'm happy to help keep getting confessions. But I would, in my mind, I'm always thinking what I can do better. And then I'm thinking, well, I can't do that because I'm in too much pain. I don't have time. I have to go fly a fucking sign. Then I have to go find something to eat. Then I have to go to this and I have to go to that. This is not efficient. I'm all about efficiency. I mean, that's, economics. That's my thing. Had I known what was coming down the pike, I wouldn't have spent most of the money that I spent. I'd have stacks of cash all around my waist and in those personal travel fanny packs. I'd have put back a lot of money. Nobody fucking let me know what the fuck was coming. Somebody could have let me know. They're going to shut your shit off. Start saving. And I could have fucking been prepared. Nobody did that. So if I'm unable to go out and bait them and get as many confessions as you want, there you go. That's why I kept saying I need victims advocates. Doesn't mean I need to be sequestered and whatever. I just need somebody to communicate with so I can help you do your job better. I'm flying blind in the dark. And how am I supposed to be a good investigator if I don't know what the fuck's going on? So yeah, I'm all too willing to help continue to prove why it's unsafe, why all of the victims, the ones we know about, the 1,000 or so that we know about, and the probably several thousand more that we don't know about, why they're not safe. And Vermont is hell-bent on making sure that they prove why it's not safe. They're not, why the victims aren't just safe from government and Wall Street entities like BlackRock-owned Shaw's and Market 32 and their boneheaded, idiotic security wannabe SWAT team that couldn't even make it into the military, wearing a bunch of damn tactical gear the fucker bought off Temu. But the general public don't give a fuck about us. Oh, it's one thing, it's one thing for somebody to sit and watch a video and like it and then comment, we want to know who the PDFs are, we want to know who the PDFs are. And then you had an Epstein whistleblower out there, and all I do is get fucking cussed out all day. Yeah, I got to eat. It wasn't native Vermonters who are making sure I get to eat and have whatever I need. Medication for food poisoning and stomach and whatever else I need. It ain't native Vermonters doing that. So, you got a bunch of keyboard warriors making comments. We want to know the truth, but at the end of the day, we're progressive and we vote in. Look at all these independents and progressives we voted in, but at the end of the day, you don't put your money where your mouth is. And I'm not talking about a lot of money. I'm about to have company. Anyway, that's what I'm hoping we can get out of this meeting on Tuesday.